Well, what a treat. 2 videos in one day. So, I say recently, today, they showed off the first artworks for OuTerverSe of Terror. Super exciting. And the first artwork shown off is OuTerverSe Bug Fungus, with an insanely creepy artwork of, well, you can see the fungus attached to the human host. Quite dark, really. Yeah. Obviously, no effects. It's just an artwork reveal. But I figured, whilst we're here, I can read off some of the effects from the anime, and then maybe in the future we can see how the effects have changed. What became different. So, OuTerverSe Bug Fungus is level 2 plant effect monster. This card's name becomes OuTerverSe while in the graveyard. Requirement: send the top card of your deck to the graveyard. Effect: this card becomes Galaxy type until the end of this turn. Then you can look at one face down monster in your opponent's field. Well, for the effect that it is, it's alright, but obviously it's not amazing. OuTerverSe Yugioh, who has a bit of a better effect. It's a level 6 Dark Spellcaster. This card's name becomes OuTerverSe while in the graveyard. Requirement: send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect: this card becomes Galaxy type until the end of this turn. Then you can add one OuTerverSe Diversity Scream or one field spell card from your graveyard to your hand. Now, what's interesting is they haven't shown off either the field spell card or OuTerverSe Diversity Scream, but I can't imagine that they will change Yugioh's effect that much, where it suddenly does not search for them or adds them to your hand. OuTerverSe Burst Oblivion, who was shown off last December. What a whole 8 months worth of wait. But this one's interesting. It's a level 7 fire attribute pyro effect monster. Same as all the other OuTerverSe monsters. This card's name becomes OuTerverSe while in the graveyard. Requirement: send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect: this card becomes Galaxy type until the end of this turn. Then you can special summon one non-pyro type OuTerverSe from your graveyard face up to your field. This turn, the monster special summoned by this effect gains 700 attack and cannot be destroyed by your opponent's trap effects. Now, this is interesting. I assume that you would have caught on by now. All OuTerverSe monsters all change their name to just plain OuTerverSe. Suddenly, Burst Oblivion, there isn't. It's quite strange, actually, where it's almost like in life they're all diverse, and yet in death they're all exactly the same. I don't know, perhaps maybe that's a beat we should all be dancing to. But it's very interesting, though. And then, of course, OuTerverSe Endless Doom Oblivion. The artwork on these is just, it's phenomenal. But honestly, I love it. So, Endless Doom Oblivion. So, fire, level 9, fusion monster, whose materials are OuTerverSe Burst Oblivion, and 2 non-light attribute, non-galaxy type monsters. His name also becomes OuTerverSe while in the graveyard. Requirement: shuffle 5 OuTerverSe from your graveyard into the deck. Effect: this card becomes Galaxy type until the end of this turn. Then this card can attack all opponent's monsters once each this turn. 3,500 attack, 2,500 defense. Yeah, it's formidable. It is formidable. But it'd be interesting to see how the effects translate to real life. OuTerverSe Flare Flux, whose effect is: if you have an OuTerverSe in your graveyard, send one card from your hand to the graveyard. Effect: add one OuTerverSe from your graveyard to your hand. If you added a level 7 pyro type monster by this effect, you can draw one card. Very cool. It's very cool. It's recovery for obviously Burst Oblivion. And then finally, OuTerverSe Detonation Fusion. When your monster is destroyed by battle while you have no other monsters in your field, add up to 3 OuTerverSe from your graveyard to your hand. Then you can fusion summon a monster in face-up attack position by shuffling monsters from your hand into the deck as material. Which is quite crazy to think about, because this is how you're going to enable Endless Doom Oblivion to be fusion summoned. Because nobody is Galaxy type whilst in the hand. And they all keep their names, including Burst Oblivion. Very interesting. Honestly, super interesting. Can't wait. I can't wait. I mean, obviously then in a few weeks' time, they'll show off more. Well, they will do a full-on effect reveal, and I should imagine we will probably end up seeing the OuTerverSe ritual, a few more OuTerverSe monsters from the anime, a bit more support, and then on top of that, then I can only say that it's likely that we'll start to see some game originals too. I had a weird feeling this week. I found three copies of Handy Lady in a box that they shouldn't have been in, and I had a third, and I kept them out, and I'm glad, honestly, because Handy Lady is now becoming her own deck. So we have Handy Girl, which is the girl featured on a lot of the cards, sign printing, New Start. She's been on a few cards, and I'm not surprised, honestly, that they've actually made her into a monster. Vivid Head, which is the drone, Handy Lady's drone. Free Wind, which is Handy Lady's car. Very interesting that the car is a monster. Probably. They could actually be equipped, Vivid Head and Free Wind could both be equipped. We don't know. Handy Partners. Piping Hot Delivery. It's quite nice artwork. Different, she's got a different hairstyle going on. Different sort of outfit too, for the most part. And Hack for the Intel. But the kanji is read as Suspicious Social Gathering, so... as it says on her description, on her card, she's willing to do any job for pay, so who knows? Maybe she's working as a spy and also a delivery driver. And of course, it's only been 2 months since the last Red Eyes support came out. Let's go. More Red Eyes support. With Red Eyes Pluto Wyvern. Plasmatic model, another docking, which looks like to be honest, it's like a fusion of two. It's Lenoir's armor mixing with the witch, so I'm wondering if maybe Plasmatic model is going to get some sort of fusion, or who knows. Could be interesting. And then finally, a ritual monster with a generic effect in Ravuel Ivory. Very cool. Ivory, of course, because she has an elephant in the background. Very interesting, very cool. There's not really much of note, to be honest, in this artwork reveal. Just the OuTerverSe is definitely coming. Very pleasing. And I suppose we'll just read out one actual card whilst we're here. Grace Princess Ori was revealed today. Level 7 Light Aqua Effect Monster. Attack 2100, Defense 1400. Reveal 1 Light Aqua normal monster with 1400 defense in your hand to your opponent to special summon this card from your hand to your field face up. Send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. You gain 500 life points, then you can choose 1 Grace Princess Kana or 1 Grace Hakama Fitting Ceremony in your graveyard and add it to the hand. Very cool. We always love the recovery cards, especially the recovery cards that says 2 different cards, 1 monster and 1 spell. Lovely, lovely stuff. Do you want one more? One more card. Wicked Dragon with the Ominous Head, which is just like a new version of Wicked Dragon with the Ersatz head. Level 3 Wind Dragon effect monster. Attack 900, defense 900, requirement none, effect. Send the top 2 cards of your deck to the... Well, they didn't actually specify graveyard there. But send the top 2 cards of your deck to the graveyard, then you can special summon. Then you can choose 1 Ominous Ogre of Yamakai or 1 the Sword of Zero in your graveyard added to the hand. Quite cool. Very cool. We like that. Wicked Dragon with the Ersatz head. Never released in English. And not lucky. He's got his own little retrade that will also never be released in English. Cool stuff. Thank you for coming.